Let's get straight to the point. Number 10, gray morning feeling. You open your eyes. The day hasn't done anything wrong yet. The light is soft, the morning is quiet, and already the weight is there. Before anything has happened, before anything has gone wrong. Just the heaviness of another day sitting on your chest before you've even stood up. That specific dread of a morning that should feel neutral but feels like something to survive. That's the gray morning feeling. Psychologists call this anticipatory fatigue, when the nervous system has been in stress mode so long it begins preloading exhaustion before the day even begins. Your body is trying to prepare you for a fight it has been fighting for too long. The gray morning isn't weakness. It's your system telling you something important in the only language it has left. Listen to it. Number 9, phantom productivity. You sit down to work. You open everything. You move things around. You look exactly like someone working, but hours pass and nothing gets done. Not because you're lazy, not because you don't care, but because the part of your brain that converts intention into action has gone somewhere quiet and won't come back yet. That experience of performing work without actually being able to do it, that's phantom productivity. Psychologists call this executive function impairment, one of burnout's least talked about symptoms. The brain's prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning, starting tasks, and following through, goes offline under chronic stress. You're not procrastinating. You're not weak. You're trying to run software on a system that needs to reboot. Number 8, irritability shame. Something small happens. Someone asks a simple question, a minor inconvenience, a noise, and your reaction is bigger than it should be, sharper than you meant, colder than you are, and then immediately, the shame. Where did that come from? That's not who you are. Why are you like this? That cycle of snapping, then hating yourself for snapping. That's irritability shame. What nobody tells you about burnout is that it makes the nervous system hypersensitive to stimulation. Dr. Herbert Freudenberger, the psychologist who first named burnout, identified irritability as one of its earliest warning signs. Not laziness, not sadness, irritability. You're not becoming a bad person. Your tolerance is gone because your reserves are gone. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot be patient from an empty nervous system. Number 7, smiling depletion. You are very good at being okay in front of people. The smile comes automatically now. The laugh comes on cue. The "I'm fine, just tired" rolls out before anyone finishes asking. And the moment you're alone, the face drops. Like a curtain at the end of a performance nobody knew was happening. That specific exhaustion of maintaining the performance of okay while not being okay, that's smiling depletion. Researchers call this emotional labor fatigue, the measurable cognitive cost of managing your displayed emotions to match what situations require rather than what you actually feel. Actors get paid to perform emotions they don't feel. You've been doing it for free, every single day, for longer than you can remember. That deserves more than just tired. Number 6, productivity guilt. You finally stop. You sit down. You try to rest. And immediately, the guilt arrives. You should be doing something. You're wasting time. Everyone else is working. You'll regret this later. So you can't rest, but you can't work either. Suspended in the space between doing and not doing, belonging fully to neither. That inability to rest because rest feels like failure, that's productivity guilt. Psychologists connect this to internalized capitalism, the deep conditioning that ties human worth to output. When rest feels morally wrong, the nervous system never fully enters the restorative state it desperately needs. You are not a machine, and even machines need to be turned off sometimes, or they stop working altogether. Rest is not the opposite of productivity. Rest is what makes productivity possible again. Number 5, invisible illness grief. Nothing is visibly wrong. You have no cast, no fever, no symptom anyone can see. And yet, something real is happening inside you. Something that costs you every day. Something that is making ordinary life feel like extraordinary effort. And nobody can see it. So, you don't talk about it. Because how do you explain being this tired when you look this fine? That grief of carrying something real that the world cannot see, and therefore cannot hold space for, that's invisible illness grief. The World Health Organization officially classified burnout as an occupational phenomenon in 2019. It is real, it is measurable, it has biological markers. You are not being dramatic, You are not being weak. You are not making it up. You are carrying something real in a body that looks fine to a world that only believes what it can see. That is one of the loneliest places a person can be. Number 4, compassion numbness. Someone you love is telling you something important, and you're nodding. You're saying the right things. You're doing everything a caring person does. But somewhere behind your eyes, the light is dim. You want to feel more. You know you should feel more, but the feeling won't come. And then the guilt arrives. What kind of person can't feel for someone they love? That temporary inability to access empathy, even for people you deeply care about, that's compassion numbness. Psychologists call this empathy fatigue, documented most heavily in caregivers and helping professionals, but present in anyone who has been emotionally overextended for too long. You haven't stopped loving them. You've run out of the emotional resource that converts love into feeling. That resource comes back, but only with rest you haven't allowed yourself yet. Number 3, Anhedonia Creep. You used to love certain things. Music that moved you, food that tasted like something, plans that made you feel something close to excited. And somewhere, without you noticing, they stopped working. Not dramatically, not all at once, just slowly, one by one, the things that used to reach you stopped reaching. That gradual disappearance of pleasure from things that used to bring it, that's Anhedonia Creep. Neuroscientists describe this as dopamine dysregulation, when prolonged stress depletes the brain's reward signaling until even genuinely good things register as flat. You didn't become ungrateful. You didn't become boring. Your brain ran out of the chemical that makes things feel like they matter. That's not a character flaw. That's a system that was asked to run too long without rest. Number 2, future flatness. You look ahead, at the plans, at the things coming, at the life that is waiting for you, and it all looks flat. Not bad, not scary, just more of this. More days, more doing, more getting through. That loss of the ability to feel excited about the future, to feel anything toward it at all, that's future flatness. Researchers at the University of Amsterdam found that burnout significantly impairs what they call future self-continuity, the brain's ability to connect emotionally with the person you will be in the future. When you can't feel your future self, the future loses its pull. This is not depression. This is not hopelessness. This is a brain so anchored in survival mode that it cannot allocate resources to imagination. The future is still there. Your brain just can't afford to visit it right now. Number 1, the last straw memory. You held it together through the hard things, the big deadlines, the difficult people, the losses, the disappointments, the months of too much and not enough. You held. And then one day, something small happened. A coffee spilled, an email worded slightly wrong, a plan that changed, a tiny thing, and something in you just stopped. Not dramatically, not loudly, just sat down and couldn't get back up the same way. That moment when the smallest thing breaks what the biggest things couldn't, that's the last straw memory. Psychologists call this stress inoculation failure, the point at which the cumulative load finally exceeds the nervous system's capacity to compensate. You weren't weak for breaking at something small. You were strong for everything large that came before it. The coffee didn't break you. Everything else did. The coffee just arrived last.